Like, what the hell is going on between the sheets in my home, bro? Not on what the kids say, not on my Wi-Fi, not on my phone. I will say, as offensive as it was, though, the joke that the comedian that Trump doesn't know, the joke he told about black people was hilarious. Morning, good afternoon, good night, y'all, and welcome to the early morning hustle show, where I'm here to test your patience and your intelligence. So let's tap in. Of course, we're starting with politically incorrect, and the first thing we're going to talk about is this boy. Listen, gaslighting is at an all-time high. So we're starting with the Madison Square Garden. So a lot of people don't really know what the tea is about Madison Square Garden, but I was trying to figure out how I was going to do this, whether I was going to insert the clip here, maybe.
You know, there's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there. It's absolutely wild to see. And in Texas, stuff is really, really crazy. We're right there by a wide open border. Where are my Proud Latinos at tonight? You guys see what I mean? It's wide open. There's so many of them. It's absolutely incredible. Believe it or not, people.
Yep, I think putting it here worked. All right, so a lot of people thought that this was the most distasteful thing ever, and I'll tell you, I popped in on this Reddit like I was watching it, and I don't think that I saw him live. I think I might have saw him live, but it was a couple of other people that I saw live, and I was like, what the hell is going on between the sheets in my home, bro? Not on what the kids say, not on my Wi-Fi, not on my phone. I will say, as offensive as it was, though, the joke that the comedian that Trump doesn't know, the joke he told about black people was hilarious. But I'll say this. Apparently this guy, this Tony guy, that's his brand. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't understand who allowed this man. Like, why would you do this now? Like, I'm really starting to think conspiracy corner. Like, this is really starting to feel like an inside job. Like, is you trying to fuck this up? Like, what are you trying to do here? But a lot of people are saying that Donald Trump is like, this last meeting, the meeting at Madison Square Garden, felt like a bro rally. Like, he's really kind of casting his women voters aside and things like that. And I feel like that too. Like, this last rally Trump was what? And so right now he's in North Carolina, which I think he won last time. He's trying to get Pennsylvania, but I think he upset a demographic of people, and I don't think that he'll be able to come back from it. I was watching something in the polls, and they were talking about how in certain states, they believe certain states, like states that he won, he may go up in those states, but they don't see him winning those battleground states. So it'll be interesting for sure to watch. Also, I do want to say, I want to call him out for this. Donald Trump is one of the people who won, and I said this, that Hurricane Helene is probably worse than Katrina. He has repeatedly said this, and he has been the one person talking about getting people aid. And that's one thing that I think that has fallen by the wayside, is getting aid for the victims of Hurricane Helene. Like, I think they've got lost under the rubble of this political fight, and what, oh man, how horrible is this? And he did say that when he gets elected, if he gets elected, one of the first things he's gonna do is send aid to those people. So I did want to say that. All right, next, Kamala. All right, y'all, Kamala Harris, she's up next. So last night she delivered her closing arguments in DC, where Trump gave his speech and where he slightly incited a riot. And you want to know what? I'm not a big fan of Kamala. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to tell you I'm going to vote for her only because I just can't get down with the good old boys club, bro. Like, come on now. You just, come on now. Don't be racist, like, behind the scenes like everybody else. Like, don't put it in my face. I'm not a fan of her or her policies, and I never have been. It'll be interesting to see, but I already know what this devil, Donald Trump, will do. So let's see what the new devil will do, and she might do some fucked up shit. So that's gonna be on us if she does. But let's see. But the speech she gave last night was really good. I feel like Obama wrote that speech for her, or Obama's speech writer wrote for her. But last night I really enjoyed everything she talked about. I will say her and Donald Trump are, especially towards the end of this race, are starting to kind of line up on some things about tax credits, not charging tax on tips, allowing health care to cover caregivers and things like that. So I honestly believe she'll win, but I'm kind of shocked. I don't know that she will win, because is the United States of America, are they ready for a woman president? Like, that's the real question. And like, if she wins, then that'll show progress. But I don't know, because just like people hate Donald Trump more than they dislike a woman being president? And I think that's the real question in that, and we'll get the answer to that question. So with that being said, election is in 6 days. I have posted an unbiased candidate political policy recap. It's on my page, it's on my YouTube. I think it's on my TikTok, on my Instagram, on my YouTube. So if you want to see, if you don't know what the two candidates stances are on certain things, you can look that up, unbiased, without all of the political rhetoric and rigmarole, just some shit that you might want to know. Also, I really don't like the fact that Trump is trying to get the critical race theory put out of schools. And he also said that Kamala Harris, he's in North Carolina, and he was just like, do you want her to take away your weapons? Listen, she say she got that thing on her. She got it on her. She say if you run up in her house, you're going to be looking at the barrel of attack. Why? She's going to have that little case. If you know, you know. So I don't think that's true. And that's what I said, gaslighting is at an all-time high. All right, next. Speaking of gaslighting being on an all-time high, let's tap into this one. All right, so a CNN analyst makes beeper statement. So I'm going to show you what he said, and then I'm going to show you why it was offensive. And then I'm going to come back and we're going, all right, ready, set, go.
Stop.
You've been called an anti-Semite more than anyone else's table.
Yeah.
And people would sit there and, no, by me. I never called you an anti-Semite.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not sitting here saying I don't.
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians. I'm used to it.
Yeah, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. The thing is that
you just say I should die?
You should not.
No,
Did you just say I should be killed?
No, I did not say that.
CNN?
No, I did not say that.
Hold on.
Did your guest just say I should be killed? On live TV.
I said I hope
Guys,
you don't.
let me just stop.
You said you hope my beeper
doesn't
doesn't
go
go
off.
Because you said I'm a big supporter of
Are
apologize.
you a
Ryan.
Then I
racist, violent
apologize.
person
Then I
inciting
apologize.
violence against
Ryan,
me?
Ryan.
That's disgusting.
That is completely.
Then I apologize.
Good
That
job,
is
CNN. Let's
completely
have first
out
block
of
say the
context.
Muslim guy
You
should
know
be
that.
blown
Then I
up
apologize.
on
Then I
TV.
apologize.
Don't
Then I
say
apologize.
then I
Wow.
apologize. You literally.
say
I
it.
thought you said
accused
Hamas.
him.
I
You didn't think I said
No.
Hamas.
Yes,
I
you
said I
did.
supported
Yes, I did.
Palestinian
Yes, I
rights.
did.
Why?
This is
Because
what we're in
I
now.
can't
This
do
is America in
Here's what
2024.
I will say.
Forget the
Here's what
racism.
That's right.
It's I should
That's
die.
right.
I didn't say that. You
You
should
said,
die.
what does beeper mean? Don't give me a
I
fake
did not
ignorance.
say you should
Guys,
die.
Why did you say with my
give me-
beeper
give me
go
a-
off?
What did you mean?
What did you mean by the beeper?
So what did you mean?
What did you mean by the beeper?
All right, and this is why it is a problem that he said that.
This morning, Hezbollah stunned and crippled by this brazen, highly coordinated attack. Thousands of wireless pagers, which Hezbollah uses to communicate and carry out its own attacks, simultaneously exploding across Lebanon. Operatives reportedly hearing a beeping sound, expecting a message, and instead the pagers blowing up in hands, in front of faces, and here you see in a grocery store. Photos.
Y'all, political heat is at an all-time high. Never have I ever in my long-legged life seen no shit like that. Like, people is wilding. Like, people is taking what's going on personally, and I guess they should be, but y'all, this shit is crazy, my nigga. Next. Boy, they is tripping out there in Nova Scotia. So, y'all, look at this. And I ain't gonna talk about it. Just look at this. This is some firefighters, and this is what they dressed up for as Halloween.
Guests were seen wearing KKK costumes at a firefighters club Halloween party. So the North.
And last but not least, Diddy got some new allegations, but the tea on the street is Diddy's sons tried to jump Ray J outside a party last night. And Chris Brown, tea on the street is Chris Brown had to break it up. The lights, when the light... Y'all, listen. it's a lot of things going on, but I think I was listening to the Breakfast Club, and it was just like he wouldn't have, the sons wouldn't have tried that on 50 or anybody else, but y'all, that's what they say. And Diddy supposedly have allegations from someone that's as young as 10 years old, and the new ones just keep coming. I hope they've been working out, because they're gonna have to fight a lot